Cleopatra VII Philopator, commonly known simply as Cleopatra, was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt. Her life and reign have fascinated historians, writers, and artists for centuries, making her one of the most iconic figures of ancient history. Here's an overview of her life. Early life and ascension to the throne. Birth. Cleopatra was born in 69 BCE in Alexandria, Egypt, into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek family that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. Family. She was the daughter of Ptolemy XII Auletes. The Ptolemies practiced sibling marriage to keep power within the family, so Cleopatra eventually married her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, as per tradition. Education. Cleopatra was highly educated and fluent in multiple languages, including Egyptian, unusual for the Greek-speaking Ptolemies Greek, and possibly others. She was known for her intelligence, charisma, and political acumen. Reign and political struggles. Co-rule with Ptolemy XIII. After her father's death in 51 BCE, Cleopatra and her brother Ptolemy XIII were named co-rulers. However, their relationship was fraught with tension, and Cleopatra was eventually forced into exile. Alliance with Julius Caesar. In 48 BCE, Cleopatra famously smuggled herself into Caesar's palace in Alexandria, rolled up in a carpet or a sack, according to some accounts. She sought his support to reclaim her throne. Caesar allied with her, leading to the defeat of Ptolemy XIII in the Alexandrian War. Cleopatra was restored to power, ruling alongside her younger brother Ptolemy XIV. Relationship with Julius Caesar. Cleopatra and Caesar became lovers, and she bore him a son, Caesarion Ptolemy XV, in 47 BCE. She traveled to Rome with Caesar, where she stayed until his assassination in 44 BCE. After his death, she returned to Egypt. Alliance with Mark Antony. Meeting with Antony. In 41 BCE, Cleopatra met Mark Antony, one of the members of the Second Triumvirate ruling Rome. Their relationship became both romantic and political. Children. Cleopatra and Antony had 3 children together: Alexander Helios, Cleopatra Selene II, and Ptolemy Philadelphus. Political alliance. Cleopatra supported Antony in his campaigns, including his war against the Parthian Empire. In return, Antony granted her territories in the Eastern Roman Empire, which angered many in Rome. Conflict with Octavian Augustus. The relationship between Antony and Cleopatra led to a rift between Antony and Octavian, later Augustus, the future first Roman emperor. Battle of Actium. In 31 BCE, Octavian's forces defeated Antony and Cleopatra's fleet at the Battle of Actium. The couple fled to Alexandria. Death and legacy. Death of Antony. After their defeat, Mark Antony committed suicide in 30 BCE, falsely believing Cleopatra had already died. Cleopatra's suicide. Facing capture by Octavian, Cleopatra died on August 12, 30 BCE, traditionally believed to have been by suicide via the bite of an asp, Egyptian cobra. However, other theories suggest poisoning or other means. End of the Ptolemaic dynasty. With her death, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire, marking the end of the Ptolemaic rule in the last pharaonic dynasty. Legacy. Cleopatra is remembered as a brilliant and ambitious ruler who used her intelligence, charm, and political savvy to maintain Egypt's independence in the face of Roman expansion. Her life has been romanticized in literature, art, and film, most famously in William Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra and the 1963 film Cleopatra starring Elizabeth Taylor. Despite her Greek heritage, she embraced Egyptian culture and presented herself as the reincarnation of the goddess Isis, earning the loyalty of her subjects. Cleopatra's life remains a symbol of power, intrigue, and resilience, cementing her place as one of history's most legendary figures.